Hey everybody. Okay, so I recently did a video on sleepy babies, sleepy newborn babies that can be difficult to wake up to nurse that 2 to 3 hours or 8 to 12 times in a 24-hour span. And it can be stressful. If you know that you want to breastfeed and you know that it's important to be nursing your baby every 2 to 3 hours, and you bring your baby to the breast and they are just asleep. And what do? I am going to show you a trick that works quite often. It obviously doesn't work for everybody, but it does work quite often for me. And I'm going to show you a video of me demonstrating this on a 24-hour-old baby. And so basically what I do is I pick up the baby and I make them feel like they're falling. So you kind of support their neck and you bring them back like they're falling, and their arms should go whoop, like this. This is called the Morrow reflex, and it startles them awake. So you're essentially making them feel like they're falling, startling them awake, and that's one way. Another way is rolling your baby gently side to side, and this, for whatever reason, works. You do need to do it a couple of times to spend, 5 minutes or so trying to do these things. And if they don't work, then you could try just undressing your baby and doing some skin to skin and waiting for that baby to wake up. And so on the other side of things, sometimes mothers find themselves on the opposite side of that, where their baby is very awake, wants to nurse, but they have a hard time latching their baby because the baby is frantically crying and upset, and it's hard to latch a baby that is that upset. So I'm going to demonstrate the 5 S's, and if you haven't ever seen any of my past videos on how I do the 5 S's or why they work, I encourage you to watch those videos as well. But in this video, I show the 5 S's on a 2-day-old baby. Maybe she was 3 days old, and it works like magic. And I discuss in that video when to do it, how to do it. And so I do caution parents, because it works so well, to not use it frequently and replace feeding, but it can be super helpful if you have that baby that's crying and crying, crying, and they won't latch. Do the 5 S's first, and then unswaddle them, bring them close, and latch them. Okay, so I've given you kind of 2 tips in one video: how to wake a really sleeping baby to nurse, and how to calm a frantic baby to nurse. All right, and again, support is super important. So if these tips and tricks aren't enough, or if there's underlying reasons why the baby is crying so much or why the baby isn't waking up, I encourage you to reach out for support. I'm here in Fort McMurray to help with lactation support. And if you don't live here in Fort McMurray, I encourage you to reach out for local lactation support. Okay, and please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am sharing all of these videos on Facebook, where most of you do follow me, and I'm so thankful. But I'm linking them all now to YouTube so that I can hopefully start to make some money off of doing these educational videos. But that's definitely not why I'm doing them. I'm doing them because I love helping families. Alrighty? So to wake a newborn baby, she's kind of waking up on her own anyway, but I'm going to show you 2 little tricks that you can do. So support their head, hold them under their armpits, and just kind of make them feel like they're falling. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my goodness! Whoa! And then another trick is carefully rolling them side to side. This one works really well, and it's very gentle. See how she's her eyes?
Yeah.
Her opening? And she's becoming more alert. So I spend a couple of minutes doing this. And then you want to bring her to the breast before she gets upset. So right now, she's waking up, becoming alert. This is what we call quiet alert. and we want to bring her to the breast like at this stage, not the hangry stage, right? Oh, big yawn. There, you're wide awake, hey? Look it. Hi. Hello. Perfect. We should try now. You want to try? Yeah. Okay. Okay, there. Okay. So when you swaddle, you're gonna hold her little hands, okay? You're gonna come down like this, because they fight it, see? You're gonna roll her. Put her back. Okay. You're gonna grab the very far end. You're gonna put it up over this shoulder, so it creates like a little V-neck. And then put your hands back over top of her hands. This one, you're gonna come down to here, just to your thumb. Pull this out to the side, and around her chest it goes. And then you can pull it tight. Yes, baby girl. Okay. So now, that's the first S, okay? The next one is hold her on her side. So squish her little legs. Hold her on her side, like this. Hold her head in your hands like a little bowl. Then you're gonna just jiggle back and forth, like this. And you're not doing just her head. You're kind of moving her whole body a little bit. See how it's just gently jiggling? Is that all it took? And then the next S is shushing, and this is usually what makes them stop crying, but she just needed that. So the next one is shushing, and it needs to be kind of loud. So shh. And you keep doing that. The last one is sucking. So sometimes if a baby is like really upset, so she was crying and upset and she was mouthing, so it looked like she potentially could go on the breast again, but she was really upset. So sometimes doing this before you put them on the breast can calm them. Okay, watch, I'll show you the shushing. And so the last S is sucking. So we could then bring her to the breast, or if you were to choose, if you wanted to give her a soother, you could do the soother, or if you have a clean finger, you could at this point hold her.
She doesn't like her.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't recommend soothers this early anyway. Okay, so do you want to try nursing her now? You can also, if she's well fed, so if she's fed, you can continue. So normally I continue the shushing for a good couple of minutes, but you can see she's starting to get a little more drowsy. So you could continue doing it, continue doing the shushing, really loud. And then when you stop, if you have a white noise machine, continue the white noise machine. And continue the movement. So with her little bassinet, if you were then going to put her in the bassinet, I would lay her in swaddled and then just jiggle the bassinet and slowly remove the amount of jiggling you're doing. Okay, so that can help calm her. And see how calm she is now? She's asleep. But this is handy if she is well fed, she's changed, and she just needs soothing, because sometimes they look to go onto the breast for soothing. And so if you've nursed for an hour and she's still crying and she's calmed by the breast, but you need a break, this is really handy for dads to do, or partners to do. But again, use this with caution because it works, right? It's like magic. But you don't want to do this if she's not nursing well. Like, you want to make sure that she's well fed and then do this. Okay? Here you go, sweet baby.